Hi, it's Allison's top pick time, and I simply could not resist sharing my favorite book in the whole wide world, 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. It was published in the late 60s. It's considered one of the most important books ever written. Probably I've seen it in a lot of the top 50 books ever written lists. It was the first real example of Latin American magical realism. And it's the story of 7 generations of the Buendias family in a little town in Colombia, which is where Marquez was from. And all of the men in the family are named either Jose Arcadio or Jose Aureliano. And so there's like 25 of each. And fortunately, he does put a genealogical tree in the front of the book, and you're going to need to refer to it because it gets pretty confusing. But it's essentially the story of this family through these 7 generations, where the characters just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. And it's basically because Marquez is writing about the elites in Colombia who never learned their lessons. They never learned from history, and so they were destined to repeat the past. And so history in this book just repeats over and over again. It's a fascinating book. Every time I read it, it's almost like it's a totally different book. I get something completely new from it each time, and it's so hard to describe. It's just something you have to experience for yourself. It was responsible for Gabriel Garcia Marquez winning the Nobel Prize for Literature, and he never would sell the film rights, and I'm so glad he didn't, because I can't imagine how you could possibly make a film or a series out of this incredible piece of literature. It's beautifully written. It's like nothing you've ever read, and every South American and Latin American author who writes magical realism, and there are so many that do now, they owe their careers to this particular book, which was really the foundation of that magical realism movement, which was sort of a reflection of the 1960s and 70s Cubist and modern art movement. It was just a whole different way of looking at the world, and that's what Marquez does in this novel of this strange little town named Macondo, which lives and dies with the 7 generations of the Buendia family. I highly recommend this book. It's brilliant, it's beautiful, and there's just nothing else like it. 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.